The amount of times Frauen and Männer came up tonight, men and women, in a conversation trying to explain, like women trying to explain to me, men just don't understand what we're talking about. And I said to them, well, actually, hang on a second, please don't be segregating just the stereotypical males with the stereotypical females here, because actually what you have to realise is that those two that you just stereotyped on, there's so many individual different types that are just swimming in between, and I'm one of them. Now, many of the women tonight couldn't handle the fact that what I was saying to them about, well, I'm intersex. They actually, the first women that I met tonight, one of them was just like, there was two of them, one of them was just like, okay, just shut up now, she said it very frankly, like, listen, yeah, whatever you want to say to me on that point, I don't want to know. And I find that kind of strange because, most men have that sort of issue, that they don't want to know, because it brings up whole thing of homosexuality, really. When you mention anything to do with sex and gender, homosexuality is pretty much the first human reaction question thing to throw out there. Oh, are you homosexual then? Which shouldn't ever matter. I mean, I know I'm speaking quite alone when I speak points of this nature, when I'm saying like homosexuality kind of doesn't exist really, because it only exists if there's a world full of males and females. Obviously there's only two sexes then, and two genders, and so if you go for your own kind and fuck your own kind or shag your own kind here, men and women, then okay, maybe then there's homosexuality. But if it's not just the males and the females, or the males and the females, whatever I said, right? And if it's a whole load of just individual people swarming all over the place, then I don't think homosexuality exists. When we change our perspectives, our stereotypes, our thoughts, when we change the way we educate people on what reality is to do with human beings, when we change the whole idea that it's, when we don't continue to say that it's just males and females, when we stop that shit, because it's shit, it is bullshit, it really is bullshit. But again, as I say, I know I stand alone in these theories that are not backed up with scientific fact, Obviously, I will stand alone, and I'll probably die alone with these opinions. If we're to live in the real world, I will die alone, and people will think I'm mad. Yeah, basically. But I have to say that I do believe and feel that there are many more people who are speaking and thinking like me. And I say like me, not the same as me, but like me. And I think it's so important that we recognise that society is fucking itself because of this conditioning, of the human brain to condition the humans into believing and learning that it's males and females, or males, females, whatever, okay? And and ignoring this in-between stuff that is absolutely there. I mean, I'm one of the people there, swimming around, and then there's millions of people. So, I just think it's a joke to say there's males and females, whatever, okay? It's just a joke. I mean, really, look at it, people. Really, really look at it. Look at your brothers, look at your sisters, and think logically. Is your brother completely male? In every characteristic, in every clothing that it wears, or that he wears, Like, is your sister completely female attributes? Is your mother completely like a mother? Or is your mother a bit like a father sometimes? Is your mother sometimes like a man? in technical, stereotypical characteristics of what a man and a woman is. These are the things we need to think about. You know, if I go out and have a great night, I had a great night tonight, I have to say, coming back tonight now, I've organised my injection. I've found somebody who's going to give me my injection so I can get my testosterone anytime I fucking want now. Jesus, just the relief, the fucking relief in having that is amazing for me. Just to know that, oh, it can be done now, yes. For free, by the way, just to say to everybody out there who's paying for this shit, I think you shouldn't. I mean, I pay for the testosterone, but I don't, and I pay for the injections, which are nothing. The injections are nothing, and technically the testosterone is nothing as well for paying for. But normally people have to pay a doctor to inject them, and I disagree with that, and I always have. And I'm 33 now, and I've only probably 3 times paid for a doctor to give me an injection, and 2 of those times were definitely in Ireland. My own land, yeah. Capitalist wankers, yeah. Over the last 15 years, it has become very capitalistic, and it's, you know, it's sad really, because I think for medical health points that we should have all free healthcare. Everybody should have free healthcare, regardless of what your income is. You should have free healthcare, because it would alleviate problems with the spreading of diseases and stuff like that, for a start, if it was free. Yeah. Anyway, I'm waffling now. But I went out tonight, and where did I go? Okay, I left here at 10:10 in the evening. In Ireland, I'd go out at 8 o'clock or something, because the bars will stop at 1 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning. But here, it's now 7 o'clock in the morning. I've just come in, and the bars are still open. I could go out now again and get a beer, you know. That's not a problem. It's a Friday night though. Can't do it on a Monday night, no. But on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you can do it. Bars are open till 8 o'clock in the morning, you know. Anyway, so I went out tonight and left at 10:10 or so. Went to a friend's house, who invited me. The friend that picked me up in my mood, by the way, just to say that, to give him credit for helping a friend. It's nice to know who your friends are, and I've had a bit of help through my shitty depression. Yeah, I don't call it depression. I just call it pressed. I was pressed, which is kind of depression. Okay. Anyway, and I went to his house, and then I met these 2 girls for a start. One of them was a girlfriend of a friend of the other friend that picked me up. Okay, and so you know, the 2 girls ended up being lovely. I met them outside. I had 4 beer bottles. 2 beer bottles were a thing called mixery, which is Coke and beer together. And my beer that I got was dark beer. I like dark beer. And so I got 2 bottles of that for me, and 2 bottles of mixery for my friend Sandy, who I mentioned already in another video. And basically Sandy and his friend and me and the 2 girls. And one of the girls was a friend of the other friend of Sandy. And basically, yeah, I mentioned the whole thing of intersex and that I can't have children and stuff, and I got promptly told to basically don't bring it up. And it was funny because then they realised, it's really funny, it is so funny, because they realised later on, I've only 2 minutes now, but they realised later on in the night, about 2 hours or 3 hours later, we spent about an hour and a half in the flat, in the apartment, and then we went out, and we went to get a kebab first. And in the kebab, I turned around to the table behind me. I started talking to this Czech woman in total Czech language. It was great. I love speaking Czech. And then there was Indians there as well, so I did my little bits of Indian. There's lots of dialects, but I said "Kaise ho," which is hello, how are you? Wie geht's? Ça va? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estai? Blah blah blah. Right. And anyway, I talked to this table, and so they started to realise how I am, yeah, over a bit of time. Now I have 1 minute. And And then we went into another bar, and nearly every third person in the bar came up to me and said, "Hi Gavin, how are you?" So I am very popular, people, and I don't say that with a big head. I say that with just a realistic vibe on it, because the fact is I do talk to a lot of people. I accept a lot of people, different people, into my life and into my conversations. So on that level, I'm a very, very good human being. Now I've got 20 seconds, eh? Okay, because this is a good video, I want to put this up. So I'll look at the time now, so that it doesn't go over. But I had a great night tonight, and it just made me realise that I need to be more social with people all the time, even force myself to be social, because that's the way I am. Wow, it's amazing how time goes so quickly. 20 seconds was like a millisecond. Ciao anyway now, peace.